Hi everyone, my name is Ramona Clifton and it is a pleasure to be able to speak to you today. I am an Army veteran. I am the spouse of a new veteran after 25 years. I am the mother of a sailor, and I am also a caretaker and a current fellow at Dog Tag Bakery. All right, so the first question I want to put to you is who, and I have no real skill with a microphone and cue cards, so warn you now, but who wouldn't want to put Georgetown University under the education bullet on their resume, right? Georgetown being one of the top 20 schools in the country, I know that I would, right? So Dog Tag Inc. seeks to provide a transformative opportunity for each fellow and is interested in the fellow's growth and success. And through their partnership with Georgetown University, the fellows receive a world-class education, and by the end of the program, we will have earned a certificate in business administration from the Georgetown University School of Continuing Studies. The curriculum is an introduction to the business and entrepreneurship world. It consists of 7 courses tailored to the small business goals of the fellows. You should note that you don't have to become an entrepreneur, just like you don't have to become a baker or a barista. But what these courses will do is give you a set of skills that will help launch you into whatever your career path may be. And it will help you smoothly transition into that civilian sector. The 7 courses that we take are marketing, business management, accounting, business communications, corporate finance, business policy, and my current favorite, entrepreneurship. Each course is held twice a week for five weeks, 3 hours a day. And one of the best parts about this is we don't have to travel anywhere. The professors from Georgetown actually come to us in a classroom that was built for us right above the bakery. So we get the benefit of smelling all those delicious baked goods too while we're learning. Another component that's great about the program is that all the materials are provided by Dog Tag. So all of the textbooks and any other needs that we might have to make sure that our learning experience is enhanced. So basically all the fellows will need to do is to show up, be focused, do the work, and earn that certificate.
Hello everybody, I am Betsy Eves. I am a caregiver to a recently retired wounded Army sergeant. He spent 12 years in and was medically retired due to PTSD and all the things that come with it. And I'm going to talk to you about the rotation component of our time at Dog Tag. So like Ramona said, we get this awesome opportunity for an education at Georgetown, but we also spend time in 5-week rotations with each member of the executive team at the bakery. So we do that 5 weeks, 3 days a week. It's either in a morning or an afternoon shift. So we work with the executive pastry chef. We shadow the director of development. We work with the general manager of the bakery, and we also work with the director of finance. And through all of those rotations, we pretty much learn what it means to run a small business from their perspective. So we learn social media, and we learn marketing. We learn how to write grants. We learn to ask for money. We learn how to run the bakery, how to hire people, how to coach your employees. We learn the budgeting and finances and how to cut costs. When you're working in a small business and a nonprofit, your job does not end at your title. So when I was working with our director of development, I realized she's just not out asking for money, but she is social media, she's in charge of our brand, she's in charge of all the marketing, she's in charge of all the grant writing, all the event planning. She wears so many hats. And that's everybody in a small business.
Sherrod Wade, former Marine Dog Tag Fellow, and fun fact, through the partnership with Dog Tag and the All Marine, I actually did an interview on their radio show, and those guys are a fun time, I will say that. As a Marine to retired Marines, I mean, that was a pleasure. But I'll be talking to you today about our learning labs, and our learning labs are complementary to the academic portion through the partnership with Georgetown, are a holistic, multi-dimensional approach to civilian transition coming from the military. And basically what that is the bakery and the fellowship has partnered with over 60 providers to come in and give speeches and real-world practical application from entrepreneurs and alternative treatment to traditional treatment of what that transition looks like. I can testify for myself that prior to coming to the fellowship, I wouldn't have envisioned myself standing here speaking to a group of people about anything, but let alone treatment and different alternatives to treatment. I was just satisfied with going and taking what my disability was and just riding off into the sunset. But through the guest speakers that have come in, I've done yoga. We've done yoga as a group, and as well as my personal favorite, it's the natural doctor that's come in to give alternatives to PTSD and anxiety treatments and symptoms and how to overcome those, leaving the program and going out into the rest of my transition and a better person than I did before I came in.
As Sherrod said, I'm Ryan Haley, did over 10 years in the Navy, and for me personally, dog tag was a literal and immediate answer to prayer. I had moved out to Colorado last year and worked for a startup that just ran out of funding in the end of May. And I had no idea what to do. I was unemployed. I was trying to find next steps, but I was kind of in a tough spot personally and professionally, and found out about dog tag through a friend, and it was the perfect thing at the perfect time. And before I even heard about it, even though I didn't know what was next, I knew that I wanted to do a couple different things. I had a real passion for speaking, for writing, coaching, and teaching, whether in the context of ministry and or business. And these have been deep in my heart for a long time, but I had no clue how to take the next step practically. And so what I knew I needed was a supportive community of people who could help me to clarify and refine that vision, what was in my heart and what I wanted to live out in my life. And also they could have open doors of opportunity through networking relationships. And that has happened in spades. We've talked to, like you said, there's going to be over 60 people that come through the learning labs. We've got people like Cedric that I might be working with his motivational speaking coaching business. Betsy up here is an amazing branding and social media expert. Definitely be working with her. And all the other people in the other networks they've connected us with. Being that I'm interested in coaching, Kyle is herself a coach and is connecting me with other coaches, so I'm learning from that both as a client as well as somebody who aspires to be a future coach. And this is, what we said, a very small cohort with only 10 people, so you get that quality and that depth and real sense of closeness and family after you work together for a while. But it's been a real amazing program, a real answer to prayer, and I really want to just emphasize, if you guys are thinking about this at all, please follow up with Kyle. Please look into it. It really is an amazing opportunity. These guys are not playing games. This isn't just some pat on the back, hug a vet and move on. This is really a transformative program.
So I'm Megan Murray. I am the spouse of an Army veteran currently in transition, and hopefully now you're feeling excited and empowered about what dog tag does, and you want to find out how to get more information and apply. So you're going to go to www.dogtaginc.org, select on the fellowship tab, and click Apply Here. It's going to open up a Google Doc for you. You're going to enter your name, your address, all of your information. It's open to all branches of the military, and as Kyle mentioned before, it's open to veterans with service-connected disabilities, spouses, caregivers, and U.S. combat linguists. We are fortunate enough to have Mir from Afghanistan. He's a linguist in our cohort, so give him a shout out. So again, that's www.dogtaginc.org. Logistically, he's also going to ask you for your DD 214 as well as your VA documentation with your disability rating or a letter showing that that's currently under review. And if you're a linguist, we also request a letter of recommendation from your leadership. And if you just want to provide that in addition, that's always a great thing. After application is received and reviewed, Kyle will be in contact with you as our program director to set up a phone interview. And if we feel that you may be a good fit for the program, we'll do an in-person leadership interview with leadership, and then a final interview with a board member on our admissions committee.